Good evening, everyone. This is your league commissioner, and this is your weekly fantasy video. First and foremost, let everyone know right now that the matchups close 7 o'clock today. Cleveland at Indiana. That should be a pretty good game. Pistons got a game too. Maybe they'll get a win. There are a lot of things to talk about this week, so let's get right to it. First and foremost, we have 5 weeks left until the playoffs start. Let's get into the playoff projections. Actually, I want to move back real quick in the season standings and show you guys where everyone stands. Currently, Team Audacious and the Commish are tied for first place. Jeremy's Better Commish is 1 game out. D's Nuts Vitamin D is 5 games out of getting first place, but he's only 2 games out of the last playoff spot. So anything can happen with these last 5 weeks. It is crucial to get your right guys in so you can get a win. Now let's go into playoff bracket. The bye weeks are to Team Audacious. Team Jensen had a hell of a matchup last week. An amazing matchup for the matchup of the week. Couldn't expect anything more out of that. The commish will go against the Splitter Open and came inside. And Jeremy's Better Commish will go against Kobe's Tom Ass. Just so everybody knows, the division winners get the bye weeks, not the not the best records. The division winners. So Kobe's Tom Ass and he Splitter Open and came inside. Even Team A-Flow, if you win your division, you get a bye week. So anything goes there. Big update. You just received a great donation from your 2 awesome commissioners. Yours truly, Raul Ortega from the commish, and the owner of the Splitter Open and came inside, Jeremy Salinas. We're each giving you guys $25 to the champ. So you get $50. Excuse me. Thank you. And one more thing I want to talk about is the trophies. Trophies are a great way to gauge how your team is doing. Team Audacious has 3 good trophies with 1 bad trophy. Gives her a total of 2 stars. The Splitter Open came inside, and D's Nuts Vitamin D has not had a single good trophy. And he Splitter Open came inside has 3 bad trophies. That's why he's at -3. So the good teams are towards the top, the bad teams are towards the bottom. Conveniently, actually Jeremy's Better Commission at 0 points. That's interesting. So as you see here, it's a good way to see how you guys are actually doing. If you're in the 0 points, I guess you're just kind of coasting along. So hey, that works out for you, you know. And there will be a change in the current format for your weekly videos. There will be 2 videos coming up as we're grinding out this last 5 weeks of the season. Sunday nights, we'll have your commish truly giving you a video that can give you a win this week or a win for your matchup with the awesome start sit segment and the top free agents to pick up. Commish evaluates the teams and makes his suggestions on who you should look to playing. And then Monday will be what you're used to, the rankings with the trophies, and the committee will phone in on their projections. But this week, we have a very special video and a very special guest. I was able to get the owner of the team that just finished an 8-game win streak, the only team to beat every team at least once out of her busy schedule, the lovely Audrey Ramadan.
Hi.
And we have a new segment in this video called Going Deep with the Commish. So, Audrey, first off, thank you for coming here out of your busy schedule. We really do appreciate it in the fantasy world.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. And, in this segment, like rapid fire, 3 questions. You give us some answers that help out all those young admirers and people wishing they can win. So I got to ask, what is your secret? You won 8 games in a row.
Would have been 9 if I played anybody else, by the way. Anyone else would have been 9.
They got to break 400 points to beat you. That's what we learned. You have an amazing team.
Thank you.
What type of advice can you give these owners to achieve the success that you have this season?
Well, you definitely have to look at who you're playing and not just the players you're playing, but who they're actually facing. So you want to look at the difficult matchups versus the easier matchups. You want to look at the team you're playing against, all the players that that person's playing, and their matchups as well. So don't expect that every player that has an average of 25 will get you 25 every game. You need to understand who they're playing that night and who they're playing the next night, especially if they're playing back-to-backs.
That's great advice. So really, you just want to look at the matchups and see which defenses are difficult opposed to easier.
You want to look at the matchups. You also want to look at how many games they're playing,
Hmm.
and you want to see, who is playing what position and etc.
Sounds great. Okay. Next question. You just lost to Team Jensen. He had a hell of a week. Let's give this guy a round of applause. Amazing game.
You beat me. Good job.
So now the world is wondering, are there any adjustments we can expect from you to reach that next level of championship or bust? Or do you still feel that your team is good enough to win it all with all the changes that have happened around the league?
There are a number of changes, but I've also faced some teams that have had trades and changes, and including yours. You picked up Stephen Curry. I beat you that week,
Yes,
or
you
the
did.
week after, maybe.
You sure did.
You have to go in fearless. And the question is, do you expect any changes from myself? Hey, anything is possible. Kevin Garnett said that. Me too.
Quoting on future Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Just so everyone knows, trade deadline is in February. And finally, is there any message you have for the rest of the league? Something you want them all to know?
A message for the entire league.
Or specific people? Whoever you want to talk to. Forum's yours. 30 seconds.
No one ever has helped me with my team. I take lots of pride in my players, and I love fantasy basketball. I love basketball in general. It's fun. Just want you all to know that I'm still number one.
All right, there you have it. That is from the owner, the number one team herself. Does not lack any confidence, I'll tell you that much. And now, with our special guest host, special guest, I'm the host, she will get to choose the predictions for this week's matchup. First and foremost, the Commish versus Jeremy is the better Commish. The Commish is tied for first. Jeremy's better Commish is one game out.
All right, so my prediction is with the Commish. The reason is I see a day-to-day on there. I'm not sure if he hasn't updated his team yet, but he does have two other players playing only 3 games. So
All right.
I got the Commish.
Next one. D's Nuts Vitamin D, who has not won in a long time, versus, well, Team Audacious.
This is going to be a tough week for me as well. Looking at the matchups right now, looks like he has a healthy lineup. I'm going to go with Vitamin D. D's Nuts Vitamin D.
Oh,
I know.
predicting a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Not going to be good if the Commish wins. Team Jensen versus Team A-Flow.
I'm going to go with Jensen.
I think he showed that he's I can't disagree with you there. He's a true player there. And finally, he split her open and came inside, who really has had a really tough season, versus Chris Paul Gasol Kobe's Tom Ass.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm going to go with Chris Paul Gasol Kobe's Tom Ass.
There you have it, people. Those are your predictions. Thank you to our very special guest here. And this is the Commish signing off. Play the wire, do some trades, and I'll catch y'all next week. Have a good one.